Here we see Gemini Robotics in action. It delicately grasps objects. According to the information, the Aloha 2 platform was used for training, which involved humans performing precise actions to gather data that the system could learn from. Hello everyone, this is Era. Google has also brought us news related to robotics, specifically about Gemini Robotics. This is about making robots smarter and more flexible using an AI model, and they are approaching it with a humanoid perspective. They are integrating language, vision, and physical actions to create something highly sophisticated in the real world. How does Google distinguish itself from other companies, and what are its significant advantages? Google isn't primarily a manufacturer, but its AI model, especially Gemini, is highly acclaimed for its multimodality features. They've even distilled and released smaller models like Gemma 3, which we'll discuss separately. In the realm of robotics, Google has extensive collaborations with manufacturing giants, including Boston Dynamics. Let's summarize the strengths that Google can leverage from this perspective. Gemini Robotics has introduced their highly advanced Gemini 2.0 model, which is designed based on the previously developed large language model framework. So what Google has introduced is not just any robot, but an actual humanoid robot. Instead, they have rolled out an advanced model based on Gemini 2.0 that is designed to aid future robotic developments. Currently, they are accepting registrations for the waitlist. Developers can sign up on the waitlist. What's the key point? It's the multimodal reasoning part. When we talk about multimodal, we mean text, images, videos, and such. As physical AI evolves and integrates into robotics, Gemini AI is clearly taking a holistic approach. When this reasoning aligns, it will interact with the world, achieving what we call world understanding. In essence, as the AI model broadens its dimensions, it will engage with the world on a vast scale. With other companies aware of this, it is only natural that Google is also pursuing this path. To be honest, although OpenAI has taken the lead, Google is actually a company that excels in AI across the board. Their goal has always been to cover everything from search to humanoid agents. They have very ambitious targets. Of course, there have been some ups and downs recently, but Google's affordable. Using Gemini Robotics, these intricate movements are performed with remarkable precision. Recently, 2 products were introduced, one named Gemini Robotics and the other called Gemini Robotics ER. As you can see here, those who often watch VLA engineering videos will recognize VLA, right? Essentially, you can think of it as a model that inherently supports multimodality. You can think of it as an AI that can see, talk, and even take actions, essentially bridging into robotics. This is based on the interesting 2.0 platform. It also connects to movement. Remember when I showed you Aloha? At Stanford University, they demonstrated precise and intricate movements. It's based on this research, and it appears to be built upon those foundations. So, compared to the previous VLA model, it is said to have double the performance on general benchmarks. In fact, Gemini Robotics has released this report and white paper. It explains how it can perform complex movements delicately using the VLA model. And it's evident that when compared to GPT and Claude, it excels in numerous benchmarks. We highlight this to consumers currently. Claude might be superior for coding, or generally, GPT could be the go-to. For YouTube summaries and other applications, it might provide a more enjoyable experience. There are various aspects to consider when evaluating these positions. From a client's or average user's perspective, this might seem true. However, in the realm of physical AI, Gemini Robotics is well prepared. This aspect deserves attention. AI is still in its early stages, with infrastructure just being established. NVIDIA GPUs are selling rapidly, so unified services and progress are needed. As I mentioned yesterday, agents like Manus are gaining significant attention and recognition. So, when you dive into the specifics, the scores are impressively high, and you can observe the step-by-step reasoning traces behind the questions. In practical terms, visioning enables us to differentiate each segment. Following image segmentation, we can then decide on the necessary actions using a unified model. This approach utilizes the Aloha platform, and there's also something known as Robotics ER. As I briefly demonstrated, Gemini's Robotics ER builds upon the earlier 2.0 platform. You'll notice that it significantly outperforms the 2.0 Pro experimental model. By bolstering spatial comprehension and enhancing 3D perception, the overall success rate of end-to-end control has increased 2 to 3-fold compared to Gemini 2.0. This demonstrates substantial improvements in spatial awareness and 3D structure recognition. Currently, Google DeepMind is working in collaboration with them. Tests have been carried out on Apptronik's humanoid robot, Apollo. This collaboration means that when operating these humanoid robots on Apptronik's platform, we can recommend using our AI. This model is extensively trained using large datasets, integrating images, text, and actions. Here we have Gemini Robotics in action, demonstrating its precise grip. Trained on the Aloha 2 platform, it gathers data by replicating human movements, which likely aids in learning how to execute specific tasks. Gemini Robotics is distinct from other robot companies. This includes Figure AI, Tesla Optimus, and Boston Dynamics. They are all major competitors. They focus on fully integrated hardware and software development. Figure AI developed Figure 01 and 02 with their own technology. They initially integrated with ChatGPT but later parted ways. Similarly, Tesla is developing the Optimus robot in-house. Tesla manufactures its own hardware, going fully full stack. In contrast, companies like Boston Dynamics focus on hardware with robots like Spot and Atlas. They seem to have clear strengths. Although there's some chatter that they might be lagging in general AI because they lack a universal AI model, their recent advancements have been quite impressive. From this perspective, Google is prioritizing AI software services over hardware, which forms the core of their business strategy. Currently, Apptronik and companies like Gemini Robotics or DeepMind are partnering with us. They aim to integrate our tech into their hardware. So by integrating it, both parties will benefit greatly. Sure, companies like Tesla that build everything are impressive, but it's similar to how Apple makes smartphones today. Meanwhile, Google developed Android OS and sold it to other companies. It seems that Google is committed to offering top-notch foundational software for AI. Gemini Robotics, despite various opinions, has a dedicated user base. Gemini has quickly embraced multimodality, and with the mixture of experts model alongside Google's advanced TPU technology up to versions 5 and 6, it achieves exceptional optimization. Given their methodical preparation of services, Gemini Robotics exhibits significantly more adaptability compared to other specialized AI models. This indicates that Gemini Robotics is expected to have the capability to handle new robots or those from different manufacturers proficiently. Consequently, it is likely that their partnerships will continue to expand. At present, they are working together with companies like Apptronik, Agile Robots, and Boston Dynamics. Collaboration means providing our software for testing. This is how we plan to offer it as a service initially. At the same time, they are gathering insights from hardware manufacturers to enhance the AI model. In fact, Google has a strong potential to broaden the market significantly. As I always say, you can't just watch this video and decide it's a huge success. This video might be edited, so we can't be sure. However, the current trend indicates that not only Google but all major tech companies, including Meta, are announcing their own releases and conducting research. There's a shared belief that the robotics industry is poised to become a fundamental part of future advancements. Much like how smartphones revolutionized businesses, Google has established itself as a key platform leader. Looking ahead, if they leverage their software for humanoid robots, we might witness the emergence of an app store specifically for robots. If robots can move like this, apps will be sold for their functions. Who will own that platform? Tesla might have it, or it could be considered a hardware privilege. In the case of Google, by using the software we support, our robots, it feels like we're entering an explosive era. AI is making the impossible possible, so we need to keep focusing on these robots. They progress with AI advancements. What areas have improved? Is it in manufacturing? Is it just better manufacturing technology? Are the actuators well made? We'll keep an eye on how the technology and data are being well integrated and continue to update you moving forward. This has been Error.